Hey everyone, Bandit here, and today marked the first of E3 2021. We had presentations from Ubisoft and Gearbox, and one of the highlights of the entire day was Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. We got a really cool teaser trailer and gameplay trailer, and really quick, I want to break down the teaser trailer and point out a couple of really cool things that I was able to find. So to start off, already this is a completely different setup than the first Mario and Rabbids game. We're in space. Space wasn't a part of the first game at all. We have this really cool looking bunny ship that our heroes are flying around in, and I can't help but notice that it looks like the same technology that Beepo is made of. So maybe Beepo made this or oversaw its creation, whatever. Right off the bat, we are shown that our heroes are flying off in this ship towards this island-looking thing in space. On top of the island, we can see what looks to be trees in autumn or fall. This is important because later on in the trailer, we can actually see that they go to this island and not another island because of those trees on top. Moving very quickly, right after we're done with the space scene, we are shown Mario sitting here looking at a holographic info screen. On this info screen, for the very astute observers, it's revealed that this computer is decoding the DNA of something, and it has identified Luma and Rabbid DNA, which is completely in line with the whole concept of combination that was introduced in the first game. In the background, we can see Peach and Luigi, presumably helping to steer the ship on those other consoles, and Rabbid Peach sneaks up on Mario for, you guessed it, a selfie. Mario takes it like a champ, looks back right as the computer has identified both Luma and Rabbid DNA in whatever it is scanning. And you know that it's identified them because it gave them verified check marks, which we all know are very hard to get. It takes a second and then reveals what exactly it was scanning. And it is this adorable yet slightly nightmare-inducing creation of a Luma Rabbid, which is one of those things that I didn't know that I needed in my life until now. Luma Rabbid flies around, takes Rabbid Peach's phone, and then they start getting an urgent transmission. The computer says vast energy anomaly detected, and then reveals to them a holographic version of the galaxy, which everybody reacts surprised to. But then you see why. It reveals to them that there are many other of these Rabbid Lumas out there in space just floating around. A second later, after you see them, the Lumas get straight up murdered by a giant red hand. It scares Rabbid Luma, who then flies backwards, and it reveals that this huge faceless question mark tentacle monster thing was responsible for killing the Lumas, which is a crime, okay? Mario agrees that it's a crime, gets mad, and looks at Luigi, and Luigi's like, yeah, this is a thing to be mad about. The ship descends through some clouds towards that island that they were going towards, and because they have now identified some monsters out in the galaxy, they start to suit up, and right up against the camera, we can see another Rabbid Luma, one that is blue that we'll see again here in just a second. These weapons are all completely new, and all appear to be different depending on the characters. Mario gets some pretty sweet dual wielding powers, and the ship lands while creatively hiding all of the rest of the island behind it. And this right here is what reveals to us kind of how these Lumas are going to be used in game. So these Rabbid Lumas are elemental, as we saw a blue one earlier, I don't know, star-powered one here, and then a fire Rabbid Luma here. In the gameplay trailer, we actually see this fire Rabbid Luma create a meteor storm in a battle. So as we can deduce from these two trailers, these Rabbid Lumas are going to grant the heroes powers, and they're going to be interchangeable. And then one of the biggest bombs of the entire trailer is dropped right here. And no, I'm not talking about whatever is outside this window here, which is kind of ominous looking. I'm talking about Rabbid Rosalina, who looks just completely done with life. Rabbid Rosalina already being in this ship is kind of strange to me. It implies that there was an adventure that has happened before the events of what we see here. And it also implies, very specifically and very importantly, that Rosalina does exist in this universe somewhere. We just can't see her yet, or can we? Hold on for a sec. So Mario tells Rabbid Rosalina, get off your lazy butt, let's go have an adventure, and they walk out of the ship. See, and then here the ice Rabbid Luma flies above Rabbid Rosalina, implying once again that these Rabbid Lumas are elemental power-ups for our heroes. Looking at the rest of this island that they landed on, it does confirm that this was that island they were headed towards at the first of the trailer. See the red autumn-like leaves on these trees? They match the red autumn-like leaves on these trees. So the heroes are walking outside, ready for a fight. They turn around, and boom, this never seen before Luma tiger giant enemy thing lands on top of their ship, preventing them from leaving until they defeat it. The enemy itself is really interesting looking, but I don't think it's anything more than just a strong base level enemy, because in the gameplay trailer we can see them fighting one of these enemies right off the bat. Also, this enemy's eyes are red, which I think is important because when the other enemies start showing up behind our heroes, we can see that their eyes are also red. Not only does this give me some really eerie, like Mind Control Super Smash Ultimate vibes, but that's probably exactly what's happening, because it is heavily implied that they work for this giant faceless question mark hooded figure with tentacles. Now, we just saw a couple interesting things that I want to point out. In the first place, this giant hooded figure here has some really interesting design details going for it. So the face is hidden. This is important because I believe if we could see the face of this enemy, it would be impactful. I think it's possibly somebody that we know, and that goes a little bit deeper than just pure speculation. You see this star right here? Stars in this specific trailer represent Lumas. I mean, every time we've seen a star before here, we've got Luma plushie, Rabbid Luma, we've got several other Rabbid Lumas. Even out in space, we've got Rabbid Rosalina with a Luma plushie, and we have proof that this evil being wants to kill these other Lumas. So this evil being's star right here seems to give, to at least to me, a relation to the Lumas and to space in general. And speaking of space, the galaxy can be seen in the hoodie of this tentacle monster. Now, to me, this all points towards the fact that we know who this monster is. I think this monster is a corrupted Rosalina. I know that sounds crazy, but if you think about it, they did foreshadow Rabbid Rosalina here right before showing off this big enemy. And the fact that they showed Rabbid Rosalina at all, wanting you to think Rosalina's in this game, and then didn't show you the face of a very titular character to the game, also implies to me that this is probably Rosalina. Also, the relation to Lumas that this hooded enemy seems to have, both wearing a star and wanting to go around killing them in the universe. And the trailer doesn't go on for much longer. The heroes just strike a pose and then zoom off to do battle with said monsters. But personally, I think that given what we already pointed out about this monster here, and the fact that in Ubisoft's actual presentation, the producer of this game, I believe, said that the fusion of the Rabbid Lumas is what this game is actually going to be about, I think personally that it's all centered around the Lumas, right? The galaxy. It's all centered around Rosalina. The final weird thing about the teaser trailer and the gameplay trailer is this little character right here with the green-black hair. In the gameplay trailer, this character here wields a big ol' sword, but for the life of me, I can't remember or think of a green and black-haired character that wields a sword in the Mario franchise, so I have no idea if that is a known character fusion as well. Either way though, lots of stuff to be excited about, lots of stuff was revealed, and lots of questions still need to be answered based on the trailers that we have here. If you haven't played the first game yet, I highly recommend it. It is extremely fun, and I can only assume that this game branches off of what the other game already put in place. If you enjoyed this little analysis / slight theory, leave a like below, and also subscribe to stick around for much more content to come. We are in the middle of E3, finally, after a year off, so I'm going to be doing analyses and reactions and theories as I see fit, so make sure you're subscribed to stick around for all of that. Also, for my regular viewers, hi, I'm back. I had a wonderful vacation. Also, this is the end of the video, so, as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. This is Bandit signing out and looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace!